everybody, it's Marcy, and I'm here working on my Dear Julie February Find It and Finish It Junk Journal Challenge. I'm actually working on my folio right now, and I hadn't had a video in a couple of days, so I thought I would just turn the camera on and craft and chat. I'm using my file folder to make my folio, and I've got all my surfaces covered. Here I had another flap, but I just glued it down top to bottom, and I'm gonna decorate my file index card in there. I've got a couple of pockets here that I'll put some ephemera in, and here I'm putting a notepad. I watched a video on the book Vandal Shop, and I've done this type of thing before, but it's been a while, and she reminded me of it. So, and this notepad will be removable. Let me get this glued down and I'll show you what I mean. But I hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing well. It is bitterly cold here. I know we're not as cold as a lot of places, but for us and for me, it's 19 degrees and some freezing drizzle going on here. And for me, that is bitterly cold. Okay. So I'm going to glue this down. You'll see here I've got a slit cut in that. And I just put glue around the top, above my slit, and then around the very edges. I did not glue anything in the center here. So then this, hopefully, if I've done it properly, will be able to slide in there. I'm going to shorten that a bit. And mark that so I can cut it. If I can see my mark. Okay. So really cold here. And but other than the cold, doing well. And we had a bit of a surprise to us anyway. We have we've been in this house for, this is 2021. So 14 years. And okay, so hang on just a second. I will get to my story. So 7.5 inches tall. Okay. I'm going to now, let's see, it's 3 inches wide by 7.5 tall. 3 inches wide by 7. Okay, so I've got some coffee dyed papers here that I'm going to cut. How many? Let's see. I should be able to get 3, 6. Okay, we'll put 9 sheets on it. We've been here 14 years, and in that time, we've seen, oh, I don't know. We've seen a lot of things. We've got cows that live out in the pasture behind us. There's to our south and west, there's a total of about 180 acres. And cows live out there, along with the donkey that runs with them. And so we see the cows on occasion. We've seen turkeys. We've seen raccoons. But we do have coyotes that live out there. And we've only seen them in all the time a couple of times, but we hear them all the time. Well, because of that, well, of course, we've seen rabbits. We've seen lots of turtles. There's a pond, actually 2 ponds out on in the pasture. And geese, you know, all sorts of stuff. But we don't see many deer. Well, in fact, no deer. I think there isn't enough because it's pasture. There is some wooded area around it, but not not really enough for deer. And anyway, long story short, my husband had gotten a bird feeder for us and got it filled up. And of course, it took the birds a little bit of time to figure out that we had food out there for them. But not too awful long. And then we noticed, once they discovered it, after, 3, maybe 4 weeks, the food was just going like crazy. I mean, we were having to fill it far more often than we thought we would have to, far more often than we thought we should need to. And we thought, man, I mean, we're seeing lots of birds and lots of different kinds of birds. Lots of cardinals. We've seen several woodpeckers even. And then over the weekend, we were watching. There was a bird buffet going on. And we watched that for a bit and then walked away for a minute. Came back. And there was a squirrel on the feeder. And I know y'all all knew that was coming. We've been here 14 years and have only seen a squirrel. I could count on one hand the number of times we've seen a squirrel. And we always assumed it was because of the coyotes. So we're watching this squirrel, and something startled it. And so the squirrel jumped off the feeder and onto the little retaining wall. And I looked out, and I see two squirrels over by the tree. Well, I thought the one that had jumped onto the retaining wall had gone over to the tree, and that we had two squirrels. And so my husband and I are, kind of laughing and stuff. And we look again, and we see three squirrels. And at this point, we're just going like, what in the world? And then we're watching them do their acrobatics to get to the bird feeder. And before long, we've got all three squirrels, two of them on the bird feeder, and one waiting its turn. I don't know, maybe it was afraid the bird feeder couldn't handle the weight of all three of them on the bird feeder. But in 14 years, like I said, we've seen maybe one handful of squirrels. And in one day, we see three out of that one handful, all on the bird feeder at the same time. And we were just... Let's see. I think I want to glue this down. We were laughing so hard, and it's like, well, now we know where all the food is going. It's not that the birds are getting super fat, it's that the squirrels that we've never really seen here, but somebody spread the news to them. Okay, I'm just going to put a couple of brads in here. And I know it's not uncommon to have squirrels at a bird feeder, but it was so strange for us just because, like I said, we never see squirrels around here. And so, of course, my husband, bless his heart, we had to run to the store for something, and so he picked up some squirrel food. And that does seem to be helping with the bird feeder. But now we're buying two kinds of food. All right. So there we've got a cute little notepad. And the way I left the brads, so this can slide right out. Well, okay, maybe not right out, but it does come out. There we go. So that'll come out, and then the way I left the brads, you could add more paper to it at some point if you want to. So anyway, that was my really long squirrel story. Sorry about that. And I know none of you guys are as amazed as we were. We were just, isn't that so silly to be stunned over squirrels on your bird feeder? And yet, like I said, we see them so rarely in our neighborhood. And we don't have overhead lines here. Everything is underground, so they don't even have lines, overhead lines to travel on. There we go. All right. So then that'll just close in just like that. Okay, that's it, guys. I just wanted to stop by and do a quick video to say hello and see how everybody's doing. So until next time, please be safe, stay healthy, happy crafting, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.